Shift the parameter to the secondary soil base. The stony ground metric operating in the physical space. The seed drops down and generates a rapid green shoot, received with immediate gladness but entirely without root. This is the lust of the flesh, the desires of the body, a superficial framework that is structurally shoddy. Galatians chapter 5 maps the internal war, the spirit and the flesh fighting directly at the door. The operating system of the body's hostile to the light, prioritizing physical gratification in the night. It seeks the immediate comfort, the sensory thrill, but possesses zero endurance to execute the sovereign will. The seed is the word, the will of the sovereign. The field is the earth where the carnal system's govern. Free failure states locked in the flesh, eyes and pride. 3 diagnostic metrics where the unredeemed hide. The wayside, the stony ground, the parasitic born. A systematic failure in the world where you were born. There is no good ground except the living sacrifice. The only yield is Christ. He is the way, the truth, the life. Mark chapter 4 logs the affliction and the heat. When tribulation rises, the flesh accepts defeat. The sun scorches the surface, the external pressure mounts. The body refuses to suffer when the persecution counts. The stony layer represents the impenetrable block, a prioritization of comfort built directly on the block. Because the flesh refuses to endure somatic pain, the connection severs, completely terminating the gain. The plant withers down to the dust of the earth, invalidating the initial emotional burst of the birth. Carnal-minded operation is a deterministic rock, a failure to hold the line when the environment gets hot. The seed is the word, the will of the sovereign. The field is the earth where the carnal systems govern. 3 failure states locked in the flesh, eyes applied. 3 diagnostic metrics where the unredeemed hide. The wayside, the stony ground, the parasitic thorn. A systematic failure in the world where you were born. There is no good ground except the living sacrifice. The oil and yield is Christ. He is the way, the truth, the life. End of sequence 2, the stony ground metric is met. The shallow roots wither, but the system isn't finished yet. This is part 2, log the lust of the flesh on display, where the avoidance of suffering bounds the yield away. Stand by for part 3, where the thorny ground wakes, measuring the terminal toll. The lust of the eyes takes, the framework holds the temple locked steady at 85. Only one terrain remains where the living can survive. Save the covered data state, prepare for the final phase, navigating out of the unredeemed carnal maze. Diagnostic continues, the eyes remain in the queue. Sequence 2 complete, execute and transition to 3. Maintain the sovereign command. Fear the Lord and subdue the land.